So what most people don't realize is that your diet actually affects your thinking and your productivity more than anything else, except maybe sleep. So if you want to check off the to-do list and actually get everything done, you really need to take a look at what you're eating right now, because I made this simple change in my diet which completely changed the way that I do work and my productivity. And the type of diet that I'm talking about right now, and especially when you implement it this way, the benefits that you will receive in your day-to-day life will be very high mental clarity. You will stop procrastinating immediately. You will have a shit ton of energy. You will have all the energy you need to do everything you have planned and even more. You can work all day if you want to. And with this diet change, you will also save a lot of time, which of course will lead to more productivity, because you will not need to spend as much time cooking, cleaning, or even thinking about food. So let's get into it. So I remember a few years ago when I was back in school and I really wanted to concentrate and focus. I wanted to learn all the stuff, I wanted to get good grades, and every week I took a good chunk of my time every Sunday to plan out the next week. I was planning in which order I would do my schoolwork, when I would work out, all the activities I needed to fit in my schedule. So I really had a good plan for every week. But when it actually came to the execution, when it actually came down to me doing the work, doing what I had planned, I always failed. I always came short. And the reason why this happened to me was that every time it came down to me actually doing the work, I just always had this massive brain fog, low motivation. I just wanted to go back to sleep. It always felt that my brain wasn't working properly. And the thing is, if your brain is not working properly, you will of course not be productive during your day. So I wanted to be productive. I had all the plans. I was doing all the right habits, but my brain was totally limiting me. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was all due to the fact that my diet was totally dog shit. Because if your diet is just totally crap, it doesn't matter what other things and activities you do. It doesn't matter if you're meditating, if you're planning out everything, you're exercising, you're doing some sort of biohacking, taking cold showers. It doesn't matter, because your diet will dictate everything else. So you need to focus on the big things first, and fixing your diet is the biggest one by far. So the problem with my diet and with most people's diet is that I was eating a lot of processed foods, usually with it a lot of carbohydrates. And the absolute biggest thing you can do for your brain, how you feel, is cutting out all processed foods, all the carbs, and replacing them with some actual real food. And I have a very simple rule when it comes to processed foods. Check the ingredients. If you check the labels of what you're going to consume, and if you don't know exactly what everything means on the labels, you need to put it down. Don't eat it. You should only consume whole foods, which means that it's totally unprocessed and unrefined. Because think about this. If you take some random protein bar from your local grocery store, even if it says that it's healthy, it has extra protein, 20 grams of protein, it has a lot of vitamins, that is just marketing. Because if you think logically, like, is this protein bar going to be good for me? You take a look at the label and it has like 50 different ingredients that you have never heard of, and half of them has like some numbers in the ingredients. Then you take a look at the protein and it's 70% soy protein, 30% oat protein. So you should realize that that is absolute shit protein. Like, if you're getting that kind of protein, it's totally not bioavailable for you, so your body can't even utilize it. So the only thing you're really getting with this healthy protein bar, despite what the marketing says, is a dopamine spike and some body fat. So I think avoiding processed foods is pretty easy for you to understand. But when it comes to carbs, this is when it gets more controversial, if you want to say that. What you want to do, if you want to think clearly and actually be productive as you can, you want to go zero carbs. And I really mean it. Zero carbs. You don't want to be consuming any carbs whatsoever. And this means that you will cut out all grains, all fruit, all vegetables. You don't need carbs for anything. There is no essential nutrients in carbs. The only thing you are really getting from carbs is a spike of blood sugar that is always followed by a crash in blood sugar. It's not only your blood sugar that will crash, it is also your energy and your productivity. So if you cut out all the carbs, then what are you left with? Is there anything else to eat even? Yes, 100%. You are left with the best kind of food, which is animal-based foods. If you want the best possible productivity, only eat fatty meat and egg. This type of keto carnivore diet has several benefits, which I talk mostly in my other videos about. But for productivity, it's a total game changer. Fatty meat and eggs, it has all the nutrients you need. Eggs have a lot of choline, which is also very good for your brain health. By only sticking to this simple diet, your productivity, how you think, how you feel, everything will just be on another level. So what you will notice is that your mind will never be as sharp as when you're eating this kind of carnivore. You will have absolutely no brain fog, and you will be so present in the moment. You will feel alive in everything you do. And if you haven't experienced this before, it's really worth trying it out, because you will look at life differently when you feel this way. Your energy levels will also be very stable during the day, and you will notice that you can just keep on going on whatever you're doing with a lot of energy, and you really don't get tired. And it's great, it's absolutely fantastic if you need to work long hours or you have a lot of responsibility and there's a lot of things taking your energy. This is absolutely the best diet for that kind of stuff. The third big benefit here is with this kind of diet, you will really also save time. And you will do this in many ways. When you go carnivore, you will save time not needing to eat that many meals a day. Because most people will, when getting on carnivore, will notice that like once or twice a day is pretty perfect to eat. Some days you might not even want to eat, so you can skip a day. So just think of how many hours you will save by not needing to sit down, eat your meal, etc. Because you will also spend less time preparing the food, cleaning after your meals, so you will save time in every aspect of food. For concentration, what you also want to do is you want to be fasted. So if your work allows you, do your most important work right in the morning without eating anything, because this way your body will naturally put all its energy into your brain and into you thinking and doing the work, because it doesn't need to digest any food or anything. But being on a carnivore diet or a keto diet in general, you will mimic this fasted state because you will be in ketosis most of the time. So even if you eat a meal, if it's a carnivore or keto meal, it will be very similar to actually being in a fasted state. And this is just unbelievable for focus and just thinking overall. So it will immediately improve your focus by a mile. And when it comes to preparing food, for me at least, I save a lot of time in the actual like preparing and stuff. Because I don't need to make this unbelievable food with 20 different ingredients. It's very simple. I have a few ingredients. I don't need to think about it that much. So what I personally will do is that if I have a very tight schedule and I really need to optimize my time, what I sometimes do is that I will just boil 15 to 20 eggs and eat them right then and there. This will be about 20 minutes and I will get all my daily calories in, and I don't even need to do any cleaning or anything. And you can compare this to most people who basically will spend probably 3 hours totally a day just, preparing and actually sitting down to eat the food. If you can save 3 hours, that is unbelievable. That is time back for you to do different things with your life than just eating. And what I really like about the carnivore diet and why it's so fantastic, of course, it has a lot of benefits. But a very interesting thing, you will save so much time and mental capacity not needing to think about food. Because just think, I remember back when I was eating this more Western kind of diet, I remember how much time, and a lot of people do this right now, how much time actually goes into, thinking about food. Oh, what should I eat next? Where should we go out for lunch? Oh, what will I prepare for dinner? You ask family members, oh, what do you want for food? All this time, all this mental energy that goes into, thinking about food, thinking on what to eat. That is not a problem on carnivore diet because you're just eating the same things over and over again. And of course, you can change it up if you want to. And I know that some people will say that, oh, but Felix, this type of diet, it's so boring. You're just eating the same thing over and over again. And to you, my friend, I'm telling you, your life is boring. You're watching this video to become more productive, to improve your health and your life so that you can actually live a good life, not to get your enjoyment from food. If you need to get enjoyment from your food, then your life is boring, and go and watch some other video of Gordon Ramsay cooking some food or something. I will help you feel and do your best. That is my promise to you. I thank you for watching, and as always, eat meat, take care, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.